What is grief? Again, if you don't know me, these are just personal essays that I've written and I don't have them memorized, so I'm going to be looking up and down so I don't miss anything. Lately, I've had to watch as family members and friends experience grief. Grief, to my understanding, is an internal experience where thoughts cause physical changes within the body. Complex chemical releases which create a cause and an effect, similar to the symbolism of being on a boat in a storm. Increased heart rate and breathing, a surge and range of varied emotions. It is even possible that these thoughts and emotions take on some sort of imaginary adversarial form, like an enemy or a foe that you can almost visually see. Yet these emotions and adversaries can also teach us how to fix things, how to find what we feel we are losing. The 1991 movie Hook reminds me of this concept. The idea of this movie is that the beloved childhood character, Peter Pan, has grown up. He forgets what it's like to be a child. This theme is also reflected when a dear childhood friend, Toodles, loses his marbles. Marbles being a symbol for losing one's mind, losing one's memories. So to me, grief is simply the loss of memory. This can be a short term or as long term as a person allows. But I believe that once something is created, it can never truly be lost. That's where Peter Pan comes to the rescue again, as well as my own experiences. My son, Jack, and I also had a conversation yesterday about how our imaginations always save us. Perhaps Neverland is a symbol for imagination. So when it comes into memories, mixed with a little bit of imagination, that's where Peter, Toodles, Jack, and myself have found our marbles, our memories. Found memories made that can never be taken away. Bravery, love, happiness, connectedness, etc. When one experiences grief, a feeling of loss, or the thought that someone might lose something soon, anticipatory grief, more often than not, they also lose their motivation. This is the body's way of telling the mind and emotions to slow down the motion of the emotional ocean inside of themselves, to stop and remember how to get back to Neverland, back to our memories, our imagination, which acts like a vault, protecting what we value and cherish. But many times people stay outside of that vault. They forget the combination of how to get back in, either because they want to feel the pain they are experiencing, or even worse yet, they feel they deserve it. It is true, we may never be able to have that physical feeling again. And to that, I say it is more than okay to grieve, at least for a while. But at some point, one must go back into their happy memories, maybe even mix in a little pixie dust imagination to make them even better, for those are the keys of how to unlock that vault. And while one may not be able to externally feel that which was lost, what I have found is that I can still unlock the complex internal chemical releases that allow me to experience the same happiness I felt at the time of happy created memories. For me, the way that I do this is I lay down, I put on some calm meditation music, I close my eyes, and I find the memory and replay it in my mind like a movie. And to really seal the deal, I hold my own hand. Now, we are all different, so you'll just have to experiment what works for you. What I would recommend is using as many senses as possible to get there. Notice I used sound, I used visualization, and I used touch. Have you ever noticed that some smells and tastes bring you back into a fond family member's kitchen? Doesn't that actually bring back joy rather than sadness? So if you are experiencing grief or loss of any kind, go back, find your marbles. And I'll tell you another secret. The thing that you focus on and the things that you're feeling, the world is going to give you more of. So that is your choice if you want more sadness or joy. And I'm not saying that you should never feel your sadness or loss. That would be very ill-advised. Even a boiling pot with a lid on it is going to explode. But what I am telling you is that feelings are waves. Let the wave pass. Don't let it drown you. And then once the wave passes, then get back up on your metaphorical surfboard or sprinkle on some pixie dust and make your way back to Neverland, where all that you have ever created is still valuable and protected and waiting. And just to add a little bit of fun, I'm going to put in the 3 links from Hook about where Tootle loses his marbles, where Peter is given Tootle's marbles back, and when Tootles finally gets his marbles back.